So you've been at this for a while, you're giving your heart to your program, you're putting everything into what you're doing to transform your physique, and you're still not seeing those results. In fact, you might even feel like you're surrounded by people that aren't working as hard as you, that look better than you. And that makes me cringe, you guys. That is the worst feeling because I've been there before. And what I can tell you is a lot of times we overlook details that are so simple, so minor, that they can make all the difference, but it doesn't feel like they will. So I'm gonna give you these 5 tricks to make sure you're not looking over in your program so that you can get the results that you deserve. First task, and I'm gonna start with the super basic ones, and I'm gonna talk more and more about the ones that you might not be thinking about as we go. Water intake. If you're not drinking an ounce of water per pound, you need to up your water. It's okay if you wanna start at half an ounce, work up from there, but I guarantee you if you drink an ounce of water per pound of your body weight every day, you're gonna feel so different. You're gonna feel more clear-headed, you're gonna be able to use the bathroom easier. In fact, I've heard of people that have had serious constipation issues, clients that have come in saying they've tried everything, they've tried medication, they can't use the bathroom, only to start logging their water intake and bringing that up a little bit, and all of a sudden those issues go away. So don't underestimate the power of water. That's gonna clean your system, it's gonna keep you hydrated, which is gonna keep you sharper and also stronger in the gym. So always get your water in. Remember, an ounce of water per pound of body weight. Number 2, log your food, okay? You are eating a lot different than you think you're eating, unless you are eating verbatim the exact same thing every day, which a lot of bodybuilders do. You're going to underestimate or overestimate what you're eating. I see it all the time. So log your food. Before you think, oh, my macros are messed up, this isn't working, make sure you're actually eating what's on your plan or hitting your macros to begin with. And I'm guilty of this myself. I think that I'm on track and I think that I'm not overeating or undereating until I start logging. So log your food every day, at least for a week, just to give you some insight on where you're at with that. And if you're not measuring your food, there's something you haven't tried. If you're not measuring, there's no way to track your macros. There's also no way to adjust your macros. So make sure you're measuring and tracking your food. Log it in a journal. I promise you that'll make a difference. And just like your food that you're logging, you also want to log the weight you're using in the gym. Because I personally use progressive overload, which is a style of training where you change one element at a time each time you lift. So you track everything, you write down the weight you use per exercise, you write down the number of reps that you do, so that way when you come to the gym the next time, you can try to beat those numbers. So you would either increase the weight or increase the reps. Doing this is going to make you stronger over time, and when you get stronger, your muscles grow. So that's a great way to make sure you're making progress, because if we come into the gym, we do what we feel like we're pushing ourselves as hard as we can, we don't necessarily know that we are. We might have a weird mental funk that day. We might have our menstrual cycle if you're a girl, which can really dramatically impact your numbers for the day. So always log your numbers in the gym, and that way each time you can try to beat them. Again, if you're getting stronger, your muscles are growing. So make sure you're logging. And the last 2 really go hand in hand. First of all, you want to make sure you're getting sleep. In our society, we so underestimate the power of sleep. You guys, I have had a completely different look on stage just from getting more sleep alone. So sleep is so important, especially if you're breaking down your muscles, you're working hard in the gym, you have to let them recover. You have to let them rest. Otherwise, they're not going to grow. And that's been a problem for a lot of serious athletes, is they work so hard, but they have a hard time stopping. So make sure you're stopping to rest. Get at least 8 hours of sleep before you keep worrying about not making that progress you want to make. You got to make sure you're crossing your T's and you're dotting your I's here. So get 8 hours of sleep a night and watch how that improves. And also your stress level. If you're stressed all the time, your body's stressed all the time. It feels that stress, even if it's a good stress. Maybe you have a great job, you love it. That doesn't mean you're not stressed all day. Your body doesn't know the difference between types of stress. So your body literally might be in fight or flight mode without you even knowing it. So it could be storing fat to survive. Okay, so make sure you do things daily to decompress. You've got to. You might have heard of cortisol, that's the stress hormone. And that has a lot of side effects, such as, holding fat, holding water, being very lethargic, being tired, which is going to affect your lifts. It's going to affect your numbers in the gym. So it's all tied together, you guys. And that's why my company really takes a holistic approach to wellness, to bodybuilding, because it all matters. We can't ignore any single factor. So try to implement these 5 tools and see if you make the progress you've been looking for.